everyone, it's Desiree, and I am here with Spellbinders, and we are going to create some borders using the plates that are available in the Glimmer Hot Foil System Kit of the Month for December 2019. I was kind of getting lost with what I was saying there, but that's okay. So you can see these borders, they've got a deco feel, and they just have these different prints that go through. Now, what's great with these plates is they have the outer dies as well. So you can either have the die that gives it a border around its own border, or you can have a die that'll cut up close. So that would be your choice. The foil that's going to come in your Glimmer Kit of the Month is going to be Aura. How am I saying that now? Aura. I don't know. I always pronounce it wrong. So it's number 27. GLP. So I'm saying it wrong. It's a beautiful foil though. It's like iridescent, but it's got a golden tint to it. So let's go with that. So I've got my Glimmer Hot Foil System heating up. It's ready to go. I am using the trick that we all saw Liana do with the washi tape to have the plates stay secure. So I'm going to do 3 different versions, 3 cards using these border plates. I'm going to do one where we're going to cut out the entire strip and have that sitting on our card. I'm going to have one where we're just going to cut off the one edge or die cut around it. And then I have one where I'm going to have the plate coming off the cardstock, off the edge of it. So 3 different ways to use these borders. So you can see I'm using an aqua and an ivory cardstock. And now I'm going to get some other ones, heat up, and I'm going to pull in my dies. So I'm just making sure which dies I'm looking at, or which dies I'm using, so I'm using the right ones. Now, the beauty of it is these dies are marked either as A or B, so you could always know what the set is, which is wonderful. I always forget to read it, but it's wonderful, and I know it's there. So I'm going to cut out completely the aqua strip. Now, if you saw, my hand shifted when I was taping these down, which is fine. It's skinnier on one side than what it is on the other side. We are fine with that. We're still going to put it on our card. And then for the other one, I cut down along the bottom. So I've given myself a bordered edge or a cutout edge on that piece of cardstock. So for the last one, I chose a deco feel. It's just got like a deco design. Now, what I'm doing is I am using the mat on my, that I'm working on to guide the plate. I'm actually having that hang over the edge of the cardstock. I'm going to cut my strip of foil and then making sure that the shiny side in this case is up, but when we put it onto the machine, the shiny side is always facing down onto your glimmer board. It's kind of reverse if you use the other foils that are out there, and like I use double-sided tape. You want the shiny side up, not down. So I'm going to dig into a few of my past plate kits that I've received so far. The one was just last month's when it was the holiday sentiments, and then a few months prior there was a bunch of sentiments just general. So I wanted to pull those in because I wanted to incorporate those into my card. So you can see I've got that great design evenly across the bottom. No dies will be used for that panel. So I'm going to heat up my sentiments and cut my foils down to make sure that they are covered. I've die cut them and cut them out, and now we are ready to assemble our cards. So you can see all the colors that I used were ivory for the bases, and then I have an aqua background. I'm using a black satin cardstock, and then a gold satin cardstock. I thought they went really well with the foil that I cannot mention and cannot say. Yes. So I'm going to have, for the aqua one, I'm actually going to prop up the foiled strip. I'm just right now trimming my sentiments for what I want them to look like. If I want them to have a fishtail banner, if I want them to have an angled side, or maybe I just want it to be a straight cut, a block that it's going to sit on. I'm going to glue my ivory panel down onto my aqua panel, and I'm going to make sure that there's a strip on top as well. This will help border the different dimensions and layers that I'm putting on this card. So I have that strip going right across. It kind of looks very interesting now that I'm seeing this through the video, that it's wider on one side and narrows down on the other. Just gives it a little bit of interest. Let's go with it. Yes. So I'm going to set my sentiment down into the bottom right-hand corner. And I will set this onto my standard A2 size card base, which is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And this one will be a side folding, as all my cards will be. I'm going to put together my next one, and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to actually prop this panel up using some double-sided foam tape, again, to give this that dimension. Now, when I set this down, I did set it down a little bit crooked. That's okay. I'm just going to come in with my shears and trim off the edge just to hide that black that's popping through. I'm going to set my sentiment down within the black area. Again, using some double-sided foam squares that have already been trimmed down and setting that in place. And then that is our next panel. Now, I do forget to put that onto a standard A2 size card base, but I eventually remember and will be doing that. Yeah, silly me. So I'm going to take the next panel and I'm going to glue that directly down onto my satin gold. And I think with each of the cardstocks that were used, the color is picked up by the foil, which I think is great and very unique. It's spelled A-U-R-A. Aura. Let's go with that. Aura. All right. Yeah, this is bad. Yep. Matter of fact, it's actually funny. So I'm going to take that sentiment. I also backed it using the same satin gold mirrored cardstock. And I'm going to set that above the foiled border. So you can see with these border plates, there's a lot that you can do. Now, it would be great too, because they're a little longer than, or they're just around 6 inches. But think about if you created like a plaid on the card with them using the different foils. I think that would be really cool, just to have those differences, or if you did a background with each of them, staggering. So even though they're just single strips, there is a lot that you can definitely do with them to accent your cards. They would actually be great too for the inside of a card, a way to decorate the inside if if you're trying to do something to the inside of your cards. So I do hope you like the ideas that we came up today using the Spellbinders Glimmer Kit of the Month. And I hope you'll definitely give it a try once you receive your kit. If you really need this kit, all of the links will be down below in my video description, along with links to their blog, their shop, and then, of course, their inspirational gallery. There is so much there that can be viewed and give you some wonderful ideas. If you have any questions or comments, please leave those down below, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thank you so much for stopping by. I'm really glad you did. If you haven't already, I'd love for you to subscribe. Make sure you ring the bell and hit the thumbs up. And by ringing the bell, you'll sure to know what the next video is that's live and ready for you to watch. And if you've already subscribed and been here for a while, I say thank you. I am so very grateful. I hope everyone is enjoying their day. Make it a great one, but always remember what's most important for me. Always, in whatever we do, be creative.